Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Yalek, and it's Monday, so we are not doing a Hammerman video. Um, what I wanted to do today, something I never ever do. We're going to do a map clear, and I'm going to do it. I don't do this because I don't like longer videos. Really can't stand. There are some people who put up videos literally, I clear a map every day. It's just whatever day of the week it is, and I'm going to turn on a camera while I play my video game. And they do a map clear, and it ends up being like a 45-minute video. I'll try not to talk too much so this doesn't turn into a 45-minute video. But there's a reason for this. So I want to show people how easy it is to get upgrades when you're a fully offensive player. Now, this is the perfect time to do this video. I just realized I started clearing map with warriors and then stopped. I attacked 2 bases and then stopped. This is the perfect time for this video. I was all lit up anyway. I did an operation hit and I killed a baby Quantum. So, also, this just finished, like in the last 10 minutes, finished a small upgrade on boom mines. Over the weekend, crab weekend, a lot of resources around. And so I had a little gold left over at the end of the night, and so I figured I'd throw an upgrade on that just because it's really, it's worth a little bit of a level up, correct? Let's see if we were to, yeah, nope, there's the dog, never fails. I think it's when I start talking, they want to see what's going on. Anyway, so, just finished an upgrade, and we have some big upgrades available. Can do heavies would be great. I think I'm going to shoot for barrage. The barrage and artillery on this account are underpowered, and it really sucks trying to, like on War Factor days, trying to BART things out with this baby GBE that just, like, it's like a love taps with this GBE. Also, a good time because as you can see, I have, do I have anything upgrade? Yes, I must have something. One of my builders is occupied, and you can see down here, if you look at the hammer, one of the builders is occupied. Why do I keep doing that? And the other is not. So I have my extra builder free, so we can upgrade something else, as you can see by all these little green arrows, but we don't want to do any of those things because they're boring. So what we're going to do, my project on this account and my other alt has been upgrading boats, and the level 54, 55, whatever it is now officially done with all landing craft up to level 21. So when I get HQ 22, lots of fun things will happen, including max landing craft. This, I think I still have 3 to go. Those 3 are level 23 and cannot be upgraded more for this level. This one is, or sorry, they hold 23, level 19. Capacity is always 4 more than level. So this is also level 19. These 3 are 18, 18, 18. So we'll shoot to do a boat today, and we'll shoot to do barrage, and let's see how quickly we can do this. So like I said, I already started. So I had even fewer resources than this. I don't have a ton of resources right now. That's not enough for any of the big upgrades, correct? I do have some extra iron left over from crab weekend, but everything else is pretty moderate. So what are we shooting for on a boat? We need to, see, that's nothing. 3.2, 3.1, and 2.4. Obviously the iron will be easy. The other 2, so 3.2 and 3.1. While I was lighting up everything else for my operation hit and thinking of doing this map clear, not thinking of doing this map clear with a video a little while ago, but just thinking of the map clear, because I decided to do the video after I lit up the resource reward 2, so that was, what, 43 minutes ago. And we are now going to take advantage of that. Obviously, that doesn't help. That didn't help with the operation hit. But we're going to go out, and we're going to clear as many bases as we need to. You can see I've got all my, these are mostly level 60 plus, 65, 61 players. I think I just cleared 45 or something, but he had a bunch of gold, so that was nice. And I've got everybody marked up except I had 1 new invasion, so let's check him out. And the different symbols mean different things. Some players have a lot of gold, and obviously we want that. Oh yeah, obviously we want the gold for, oh my god, this is a 0 shock warrior hit. So I can spend some extra GBE clearing out these mines because we don't need any shocks at the core. That's terrible. And we're off. Honestly, this should take 25 minutes to a half hour tops, I would think. Don't need to do that. We can do, let's look at those guys and pop that. Not that the shock mines are a huge problem with warriors. Seriously, guys, settle down over there. But since we have the option, we're going to go ahead because this is a stupid base design. Okay, and we're off, and we're running, and everything's good. So, yeah, I would guess 20-25 minutes. Now this is, and again, there's a purpose to this, because I used to be a turtle. Again, I started this channel not because I think I'm so great, but because I have learned a lot in like the past 2 years. And I used to be the guy who I had the greens, and I had the blues, you know, and should not have. And we're just gonna sit. Don't even have to do anything. Smash, smash, smash. Love it. And it would take me a week or more to get up the resources to do upgrades like these, and it took me probably a couple of years, 2 or 3 years, to get my first account up to max level, because I was doing it the wrong way. I was treating this like a farming resources game. I've told this story many times before. If you've been around here, it's probably boring to you, but if you've not been around here, yeah, this is why we're here, because I have learned. At that point, I got to max and I realized that something was missing, because, you know, I got stuck around like 850 VP or whatever, and couldn't figure out why, and decided that there must be something I was not getting. And that's when I ended up hitting YouTube. That's when I found, like, at the time I didn't even know Heavy Zuka, or Smoky Zuka I should say, didn't even know that. So found chicken videos, and I know a lot of people are harsh on the chicken, man. It's not fair, but I found chicken videos and learned initially about Smoky Heavy Zuka from him, and went from there. I mean, at that point, you start learning about one thing, you start learning about everything else, and it's just sort of snowballed. But for me, that took way too long to get to that point. What do we want? 3 shocks here, I think. 1, 2, 3. It took way too long to get to that point. It was all wasted time, and if I can help anybody save that time, what we are doing right now is that. If I can convince you, this is my video to convince you, get rid of your ice statues, get rid of your green statues. You're wasting your time, like, not even a little bit, like huge chunks of it. Like I said, if you're just farming up resources yourself, it can take a week, no joke. And we're going to do that in not a week, not in days. We're going to do this in, ooh, look at the rewards. This is going to be fun. We're going to do this in no time flat. And bear in mind, this is I think this is a level 48 account now. Jeez, this is horrible. For him, good for me. Shock, shock. Don't even know if we need to shock that. Kind of depends on where bullet lands, but we'll shock it anyway, just to be on the safe side. Get that machine gun. Easy peasy. And look at the rewards over there. So we have a 40% resource reward. Oh, come on. You're all offense. You should know better. What do you have loaded over here? Hookah. Interesting. Well, maybe he doesn't care. Whatever. Anyway, look at the rewards up there. That's an insane amount of loot. It's going to be 80% now because the statue is boosted. I had no problem with using powder for this. Like, some people don't use powder on their accounts. Some people specifically try to sell accounts, which is not allowed in the terms of the game. It's ruled out. So don't be the guy who gets caught doing that. But those people will make accounts and never ever use powder so that they can have, 2,000 powder when they sell the account. Not recommending. I'm just saying it happens. But since, I mean, this account is this is for me. This is all for my fun. And I don't mind using my powder to speed things along. And at least we have to do shocks on this guy. again, to be clear, Supercell, if you're listening, I am not endorsing that. It's just, it's a practice. It's out there. People do it. When you instantly regret something that you just started, well, whatever. Anyway, I've been clear enough about that. But let's see, where are we? Yeah, just shooting along through resources. And we was 5.6, I think we needed to get to. So we'll look for somebody who's got warriors at 1. Okay, a bunch of gold. Anybody who's over like 200,000, I put that $sign, and then if I get a player who has, like this guy, he must have had lots of resources and not as much gold, so I put them in a different order. And let's see, just to be, yeah, we're level 48 account here, and these are all 10 levels higher, 56, yes, and we're just gonna go ahead and beat up on these people. And it's not fair either. It's not even close to being fair. Now, I do realize, yes, I am pretty good with the warriors, so there is that, but, I mean, hey, you can get good with warriors, too, if you want. There's no law against it. So, let's see. Can shock the blaster, and want to shock the shock launcher, but that's pretty much it. Don't even have to shock the blaster, just going to, so bullet stays alive longer. And we got a couple mines to pop. I mean, it does take some time to learn these skills, but it is well worth the time. So, and honestly, you can get good with anything. I have friends who, I don't use tanks, but I have friends who are very good with tanks, and that you could do that too. Tanks are way overpowered in PvP, and at this level, if your tanks are high enough, then you'll thrive. But just, I wouldn't say to depend only on tanks. Have more than one trick in your bag than just tanks. But let's see, do we want? Don't even care about that, so that and that. But I mean, it doesn't even matter. RCZM. Well, RCZM is not a good one to recommend for leveling up, because you have to level up so many different kinds of troops, the R's and the C's and the Z's and the M's, and then if heavies, if you want to mix in heavies. That's really not a great up-and-coming strategy, but like leveling up tanks, you level up tanks you can use by themselves. Warriors you can use by themselves. Let's see if we can find somebody else. Well, we need both right now, so it doesn't even matter. And we're pretty close. What do you say? 3.2 on the wood and 3.1 on the stone. So the stone's going to take a little longer, but we're almost there on the wood. In, what are we at for time here? 13 minutes. Oh, God. Wow. Just one after another. This is no shocks. Nope, take it back. One shock on the shock launcher. And this one happens to be upgrading, which is good for me. And notice, also good for me, he has a green statue there, so he has been hoarding up resources. Thank you. That's all you're doing, if you have greens. And if you have blues. He also has blues over there. A couple of them. You don't need blue statues until you're max level. There's just no point having them, because if you're not max level yet, there's always somebody with better equipment than you. You know, I'm beating people right now, but I'm beating people with level 17 warriors. They get better. And it doesn't really matter what we're talking about, whether it be tanks or whatever. Someone with better equipment than you, higher level stuff, is going to come along and beat you, because you can't defend against it because they've got better equipment. So you're wasting your time and you're handicapping yourself. Look at that, 108 GBE left. We're going to kill Bullet. And we're going to throw a med kit on him. Ah. Yeah, I know, I'm weird. I enjoy doing that stuff at the end of the attack. It's a kind of a game I play, I guess, but also it has a purpose. Like, I feel like doing things after the attack ends, trying to unload as much GBE as possible quickly, is good practice. That's why you'll often see me re-smoke my warriors at the end of the hit. Yeah, it's just practice. It comes in handy at other times. Okay, so in this case, we're going to want, I actually want Bullet to... We're going to flare to the shock launcher first and then to the HQ. We're going to get Bullet standing right in the blind spot of that shock launcher, and if we just go straight to the HQ, I'm not sure where he'll end up, but he could end up standing slightly over there and be out of range, or out of the blind spot. But we want him in the blind spot, so then it can't fire, and then that turns this into probably one shock. One shock and some medkits. Jeez. Range on that, perfect. Don't even need to smoke the beach. Just got to clear a couple mines, and again, this person has made the classic mistake of putting all the mines where they are easily seen, and probably a couple more. Cleared a little too far to the left. So, yeah, I mean, so again, with the ice, you are handicapping yourself. You're limiting your own ability to do stuff in this game, and to no purpose. I mean, I'm still going to beat this guy. He's got ice up there. Still going to beat him. Many levels lower. I'm not even... Jeez, he's in the 60s. I'm not even in the 50s. Going to beat him. You know? Not trying to brag or anything. Just saying, like, it's going to happen. So just accept it. People are going to beat you. Don't treat the game like a farming game, because that's not the game. This is a blowing stuff up game. Go learn how to blow stuff up like this. Oof. Yeah, I do this stuff at the end of the hit to it makes it just a little games, but it does have purpose in terms of practical skills too. So, and it's fun. 891 gold, 1,000 gold on that. Look, they just wow. Unreal. That's, yeah, 3.2, 3.1. I think we're there actually on the stone, or pretty close. We do need to get up a little bit more gold because we need to get to 5.6. I had set a half hour. We're at 17 minutes. It might not even be a half hour. It might not even be 20. So we need what? 3.13, yeah, like 30,000 more stone. So we'll go beat a couple people. Now we're looking for somebody with a lot of gold. This is probably the one. 359,000. And we might do one extra. Here, we'll kill this one to get him off my map. People complain so often about having people who are higher level on their map. I get disappointed now when I see somebody like this on my map, because I know he's going to have limited resources. Whereas this guy, I'm expecting him to... That's actually pretty crappy. For a level 65, we might clear him too, just to get him off the map, because there should be a lot of resources around right now after Crab Weekend. Probably should have scouted through this a little bit beforehand. Oh well. A little bit of mine clear. Not a big issue. And we're going to be taking that path, so go like this and like that. Looks pretty good. Okay. And we're going to use... Love this flare landing with warriors when there's a free beach. Actually, I love both of my warrior landings. Then we use that little extra flare to a point on the ground to get them walking in a nice compact fashion. Smoke to the HQ, and then they'll spread around that. And I didn't even check shocks. I think there's just one. That's going to be a nasty one too, because of where Bullet is. So we're actually going to let him go and then shock. So we let him get the taunt off and then shocked afterwards. Yeah. So getting rid of these people, honestly, I want whales on my map. That other guy up top we're gonna go get, that's a whale. This is pretty good. Look at the resources there, which is why I put the little bag, is what my bag with the $sign on it is what I choose. You could do whatever you want. Oh, did I hit attack or did I hit scout? I think I hit attack. Yep. Nope. Okay. 3 shocks. We're going to get the machine guns on the side, which won't be taunted. The flamethrowers will. And we won't need to taunt the shock launcher. We'll be standing in its blind spot, but we will want to taunt this one. And let's see on the mines. Obviously there. Should be able to clear a couple there. Probably 2 barrages. Since we're fully boosted. Baby boosted. And clear that one because I didn't check behind that sniper, but if there's a boom cannon back there, we got it. So, and this is the other landing, just a straight flag drop down the beach. Stolen from Zedmont. Thanks, Zed. Love that landing. And we'll actually heal up a little bit because we do have to take a couple mines back here. Watching the smoke timer to make sure. Yeah, that. Don't want to wait. Oh, missed a mine back here. Okay, to the HQ and another heal. And Bullet is dead. That changes things a little bit. So let's go like that, like that, like that, like that. And actually, we're going to lose on this one because I waited too long. All right, well, let's end that in a hurry because I waited too long back at the beach and lost Bullet. Probably could have saved that at the end, but oh well. Okay, that's, whatever. If I had been a little faster to realize the situation. So that sets us back on gold a little bit, and we'll do that again. No matter. I mean, again, it would have been a concern. I don't know if I could have afforded to lose, 250,000 gold, like I said, when I was a turtle. I can afford to lose it now. I have lots of players on my map to replenish it, and we'll just go beat one more person. Not a big deal. And yeah, we'll do that again, but we're not really going to waste the time this time. Just enough to get us through the mines we still have to tank. That's actually one of the bigger concerns. Almost got it again with Bullet. One of the bigger concerns with these lower level warriors is, the mines, they don't have as much health, so the mines are more of a challenge. That's pretty much the only challenge we've got here. And I don't know if that one had any ice. Maybe. Didn't check. Didn't matter. This screen, this is kind of random, but this screen at the end of an attack, that takes way too long. I was thinking that recently. It's kind of annoying. That could go faster. So 5.3, we're definitely over on the boat right now, and let's see. So yeah, we'll go get, so he's off the map because we didn't like the resources. Definitely going to keep him around. He's good to have for another day. Good for gold. Good for everything. Keep him around. Now, at this point, not even clearing. I know I can go back to that other guy on the left. At this point, just managing map. I'm clearing people not to get the resources I need, but to get rid of a couple of dud players. Like this guy is good for the gold, not so great on the resources. I might beat him after, but we'll just go ahead and get this guy now and get the upgrade going so we can end this video and still be, I just saw 23 minutes, so we'll be under 30 minutes for 2 major upgrades. Oh, cool. With the CMOs, yeah, I remember this. So we're going to shock the CMOs as we're going by them. The shocks up at the HQ are minimal, so we'll shock the CMOs while going by them, and then we'll just throw a critter behind us, so like with Bullet back here, so that the CMOs will be shooting at critters and not at my warriors. And then we need 2 shocks on the shock launchers, but don't need to shock anything else. These things are not really a concern too much, and we'll just medkit through the mortars and clearing the mines. And this is what, Bag Team? Is that, or Bag Tam? Alright, well, I've been seeing some really weird names. Last night on my Max account, I got a Kiss My Fat Butt. And I thought that was really classy, so I beat him with 3 boats. I was going to beat him with 2 boats, 1 boat of heavies and 1 boat of Zookas, but I needed the second boat of heavies because there was a blaster on the beach. so for a little bit of extra distraction. So 2 boats of heavies, 1 Zooka. Don't name yourself like a jerk. Don't be a jerk anyway, really. But, and we'll go there, and shocking and smoking. And taking a pretty windy path there, fellas. The long and winding road. If you like the Beatles. Obviously I do. And there's the critter that we were talking about. So that the Warriors, we've lost 1 here. That's pretty decent. And let's see. 2 shocks we said. And we're about to get our barrage. Got a medkit there, and poof. And boy, Bullet took some heat on that one. That's the other thing. So low-level Warriors, low-level Bullet. This is, I think, level 2 or something. He dies very quickly on this account. And there we go. We had it. That's everything we were looking to do. So first of all, I'm going to switch this over to Zooka so I can do another operation hit this afternoon. And we'll get the boat going. And this is also the perfect time for me to be doing that, or this video and this map clear, because now since I already did the operation hit in this account, I don't need to use my attacks for. I don't actually need to do any attacks until tomorrow morning. So the 23 hours, I'll have to probably gem through the last few hours of that. But I am going to. It's an optional op hit with not this task force, but you know, I don't actually have to do that. So again, perfect time for. Ooh, we've got some blues there. Cool. So we can do that later. In the meantime, we want this for now, and we're gonna go here and do that. Perfect. That is a boat going from level 18 to level 19. That is barrage, which is going to take 3 days. So now, map management, quick tips. So you've just seen how I manage my map. I didn't even have to touch my resource boat. I'm leaving that because the tribes reset tonight, so I want to leave my resource boat alone so that I have all of those resources. It's probably been days and days. Oh, I forgot, I had an op reward too. Jeez. Oh, I'm jumping out, so that'll be preserved, so I'm going to save that. I didn't even have to use my own resources. I just took it from these other guys. So now it'll be 3 days before that barrage is done upgrading. This is a day. But I probably won't do another map clear on this account until 3 days from now, or pretty close to the end of that barrage upgrade anyway, because I'll want to piggyback, do 2 things at once, just like I just did. And in the meantime, I will continue to let people build up on my map. I'll clear anybody who seems like a dud. Hopefully I get a bunch of spawns today with a bunch of resources because of the crab just happening. That'll be great. And we'll go ahead and label those bases, and then when the time comes, we'll go out and crush map again and upgrade whatever the hell we want, because this is how you do it. What are we at for time? Under 30 minutes. Golden. Point proved. And I'm going to call that a successful day. I will catch you guys later.